Hello and welcome to the program, everyone. This is Spotlight with Chinaza on Kaftan Television here in Abuja, where we are reaching you from, and I am Chinaza Asegu. And now this evening we turn our attention to Nigeria's border, the gate of our nation. A new probe by the House of Representatives have revealed that out of 1,978 borders, only 84 is being manned. And now what does this tell us? This tells us that, our borders are open to not just terrorists, but traffickers and also smugglers, which is a major concern. Now, the question is, the issue has gained global attention following comments by U.S. President Donald Trump, who recently threatened possible intervention over alleged killing of Christians in Nigeria, a claim the federal government has denied. So now let's get deep perspective into this program, but we'll bring you details of that after the short break. Do stay with us. Let's begin with the big question, which is, what does this say about Nigeria's border security, its funding, and the international pressure we now face? I'm being joined by Musa Muhajid Zaitawa, who is the coordinator on Northern Youth Major Group. He joins me live in the studio. It's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Nigerians.
Thank you so much. Now let's begin quickly. If only 84 out of 1,978 borders, if only 84 is manned, how does this? What do you see, or what would you say concerning Nigeria's border and how porous it is?
Actually, we have to pay the reality according to the current situation of Nigerian history. Because since the amalgamation of 1914 between the northern region and western region, there is a lot of controversy happening, because Nigeria is covered with almost major countries, including Cameroon, border with Cameroon, Chad, Niger, Cotonou, and others country that's became like we are on British colonial empire in Nigeria, but the remaining border are colonized by French countries. And the issue, most of them, they are covered with Sahara. And what made those issues become worse is that after the embedding of Gaddafi regime in Libya, a lot of weapons came to the hand of terrorists, which taking place directly from the main exit of Western Saharan business route from Mali, Cote d'Ivoire, Niger to Nigeria. They are the very close allies to Libya. So from that time, we start having the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, insurgency in Nigeria, and our security agency, especially the military, they have made the tremendous effort to stop the menace of the Boko Haram. And after the killing of Mohammed Yusuf, the Boko Haram hijacked by ISWAF, going through to ISIS. So that is where, when Donald Trump was elected second time in office, before he started his speech, he claimed Boko Haram sponsored by USAID. So even in America, they are the American design how to kill Gaddafi and spread those weapons to terrorists. And the terrorists come directly to Nigeria because of that border boundary between Nigeria and French country. That is the essence why, when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became president of Nigeria, he directly go to France, sit down with France President Macron to see how to resolve the issue of insecurity, since the boundary of Nigeria are more colonized by French countries, because it's a time to say the fact and the truth according to the effort making by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to secure Nigeria from the issue of insecurity to peace and unity. After he all discovered the things happening between French country, the issue of world second order between Russia and America came in to take over coup in those boundaries that are very close allies to Nigeria. So things again scatter because those countries are not in control of French country. Again, it is in the hand of military, and those military start thinking how to fight Nigeria for the issue of ECOWAS. You see, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu spent almost 1 year resolving this crisis. A lot of imams, traditional rulers went to Niger to settle the issue of ECOWAS when he was the president of ECOWAS parliament. So back to the military. He inherited from the PDP government insurgency. After he was elected, he inherited insecurity. So now the security agency of Nigeria is very difficult for them to differentiate you between the insurgency and insecurity, because insurgency is some part of the country. That is where the border boundary are with Nigerians. That is where I calculated.
But the insurgency is responsible for the insecurity.
It's just like a daughter. It is just deliver son and children, because the insurgency designed to become insecurity. But the insecurity is more dangerous than insurgency, because your security guard will become insecurity, because it's just like a whistleblower. And after the insecurity, in the insecurity it has many branches. Banditry is there, kidnappers is there, and also armed robber. They just now became a group of terrorists that now we believe, since this issue of suspected or failed coup happened in Nigeria, a lot of secret manipulation has been exposed. Because when we sit down with a lot of intelligent security in Nigeria, they have already discovered there is politics inside the insurgency in Nigeria, because it is very easiest way for either the opposition or the enemy of the country to make themselves rich, because there is another crisis that is facing Nigeria, issue of drug abuse. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu used his power and political influence as the president of Nigeria, supported the NDLE boss, Uba Marwa.
But then the major work of the government is to protect lives and properties. And are you saying that this current administration has done enough in that aspect?
That is what I was trying to explain to Nigerians, because challenges when he was elected into office.
But we've seen the rise of insecurity more than it used to be.
The budget of Nigeria is 30% to 40% is going directly to security.
But yet nothing has been.
No. Even the president has said it last week and yesterday that 80% of the insecurity became history, because media are contributing a lot. But before, you will hear even from Kaduna and Abuja.
But the media has not carried any story which happens to be false. Or
I'm
do you have
very
any evidence?
Messi. We have to understand what I'm saying, because the media contributed. If one person or 2 person, 20 person were being captured, you hear the information in every media, because it is very easy for you to sell your media when you inform that there is insecurity and whatsoever.
Maybe you're talking about the social media, definitely not media houses.
Social media. What if I say social media? It means media, because I'm talking about now the interest of people is on social media, 60%, because they're not paying anything. You posted whatever you had, you posted it without rule of law. That is why we need now the attention of MBC must to be taking care of how local radio, news, social media groups without license are operating, politicizing propaganda against Nigerians.
All right, give me a moment. All of you, at this point, let's remind you that our phone lines are now open for you to call in and join the conversation or give your own contribution. Now, give me your own point of view on how vulnerable this leaves Nigeria, not just to external attacks, but to illegal arms and smuggling.
This issue, without the benefit of some major element or some people that are interests of dividing Nigeria, I don't think it's possible.
Are there people who are planning on dividing
Nigeria? Why? It is a good example that I can give you what happened in the last month for the coup d'etat failed.
For the what?
Coup d'etat in Nigeria. They planned to make a coup, but the coup failed.
Who was behind the plan?
I cannot even say, but a lot of people
that means you're speaking without facts.
I can't say what I had it, and I know it is publicly.
Was it a speculation or there was a fact to back it up?
So how can I even accuse someone that I have no evidence against him?
So that's what I'm saying. It's just a speculation.
No, it's not a speculation, because many people, many security were being arrested, and some of the politicians might run away out of the country because of their involvement into the coup. So issue of Asuwaju is a God intervention, because he find Nigeria in a terrible situation of economic crisis. He find Nigeria in a security crisis. He find Nigeria in where even the government became vulnerable because of debt. He stopped how to resolve the issue of taxation. Look at how the Nigerian fight him about the issue of tax, and now it became history. Look at the issue of CNG. In here, when I was saying that CNG is coming, the issue of Dangote refinery, he came and invested billions of naira into the refinery, because the transporters in Nigeria and marketers are the cause of trouble blocking our refinery to operate in Nigeria, because if they imported their own product, they are going to make a huge money. No one knows where they are bringing the type of petrol we are using in Nigeria. But now our indigene has already established his own modular refinery, one of the highest refinery in Africa, and they are fighting him. And now Dangote reducing every day, he's reducing his price. And I always even advise him, because the last time that the Pengas are fighting him, because I'm not always saying that I'm good, but I'm trying to see that the rich, the poor are getting so essential commodities and so easy life in Nigeria. I organized our northern group to go to National Assembly and inform the National Assembly that Pengasa is politically motivated, because they are fighting someone who is in private sector. He invested billions of naira to make Nigeria easy, because even his refinery will going to produce fertilizers. And that fertilizer, we have the Arabian line in Nigeria.
Well, I understand all that, but you're trying to deviate from.
And it is in the government of Asuwaju Bola Tinubu. His support.
We are talking about. We've seen what has been making routes since the U.S. President Donald Trump has made a
it's politically motivated. It's politically motivated. I'm very sorry.
So
in the issue,
saying that
let me tell you something that Nigeria must understand. Agree with me. This claim acquisition, it's not within Asuwaju Bola Tinubu government. It's from the past government. That complaint has went to American Senate. So at the end of the day, they start claiming the issue in Asuwaju government. But the issue of killing, it is those Boko Haram, they are killing Muslims.
Is it
they
about
are killing
the
Christians.
Or is about working actually? Because
I agree there is a killing. I never deny there is a killing.
You should not make
excuses for them. I agree there is a killing. I say it, there is a killing. But the issue is about the Muslim and Christianity. It is selfish for an American president to claim that Muslims are killing Christians. So the statement is, at the end of the day, that is what the battle started in the National Assembly, when the Deputy Senate President of Nigeria, Barrow Jibril, wake up and claim that he's not scared of Donald Trump. Donald Trump must apologize to Nigerians because of his statement. It is a division.
You think he should apologize?
The issue is because the Western world, most superpowers already attack Donald Trump. Russia attacked Donald Trump. China attacked Donald Trump. To say that he is going to attack Nigeria. When he attacked Nigeria, where does he know the Muslim? Where does he know the Christian? We are as a family.
But there is one question here that borders around. The question remains, is there insecurity in Nigeria?
It's inherited insecurity since PDP government.
We
inherited, Asuwaju inherited.
It's not about being inherited or not. The question is, because if you're trying to say it's inherited, let me also remind you that this government, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during campaign told Nigerians that he is fully prepared for the job. So,
but he did his best. Look at the way now he changed his statistics. He changed the plan and even declare insecurity. Now he declare state of emergency for the insecurity. Everybody are aware about what he did, and he changed the service chiefs. The structure of the security were being already changed, and I am sure you the way that even now the National Security Advisor Malano Rubado and his minister, defense ministers are working tirelessly every night without sleeping to see how to end this dilemma, because the issue when we were fighting the Boko Haram, Lakurawa came on board, so ISWAP came on board. Now they are fighting each other. A banditry are fighting, are coming. Kidnappers are coming. All in the north. And the south is Biafran. So you have to understand this is not a story. We inherited it and I will never change it. We inherited all those kind of problems. So, but the issue of Asuwaji is because they are fighting him, this criticizing him.
Who is fighting him and who is criticizing him?
There is ghosts underground digging to end his ambition for 2027. That is where Silibia became on board. He was too suspected about the issue of all this political motivated. Let me tell you something. Even the issue of Donald Trump is because of the Muslim ticket. The issue of Donald Trump, it is just has attached with the Muslim ticket. But the issue, Donald Trump didn't understand our relationship between the Muslim and Christianity in Nigeria. It is beyond his thinking. Because in Yoruba land, you will see a house, children, the mother, the wife is Christian, the husband is a Muslim. Like good example for Bukola Saraki. His wife, she's a Christian. He is a Muslim. Aswajubola Ahmed Tinubu, he's a Muslim. His wife is a Christian and even a pastor. So you mean that this mutual understanding, Donald Trump will come and divide them? It is impossible. Because we have become as a family between the Muslim and Christian in Nigeria. We are living together, we are going to school together, we are worshiping together. Nobody is harassing each other.
All right, I think the issue at hand right now is the possible solution and not just abortion blame. Now, the House of Representatives have come out to say that they would be a probe. And now, do you think this probe...
For what?
Probe, to probe the insecurity in our borders.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, but another question there is, do you think that this probe would actually lead to accountability, or is just for the headlines?
To me, what I was thinking about this issue, it is in the hand of our Nigerian military and service chiefs, including our ministers of defense, because issue of insecurity and issue of security, it is not something very easy, more especially a country where our population is over 200 million and our border became often, because a good example that I want to give.
Who should we hold accountable for that?
The accountable for this, I cannot even claim one side. It is our own responsibility, and we must claim for everyone in Nigeria, because now you must protect yourself, give yourself security in Nigeria. Because
security is everybody's business, but then when it comes to protecting life, lives and properties. It is the major duty of the government.
I knew.
So now I'm asking you again.
Yeah.
Our borders, no news, are very porous. I mean, just 84 out of 1,978 borders.
Yeah.
Man, just 84. So what happens to others? Now the question is, okay, the borders are porous. So who should we hold accountable? Because you said we should hold the service chiefs accountable.
But for example, let me give you a good example. When you go to Adamawa State, the boundary between Cameroon, from Gamdari, Ganye to Mambila, they are family affairs. Somebody will come from Ganye to Cameroon. He has a family there. So if he go to Cameroon, he's a member, he is a citizen. If he came to Nigeria, he's a citizen. When you go to like Cotonou, now, the Yorubas from Badagry to Cotonou, they are almost transit. Everybody is a family. So when you go to Calabar, you will see the Calabanians. They are all Cameroon, most of them Cameroonians. So you cannot, it's not easy like in Jigawa now. When you go to Jigawa, you go to Daura. The border between Niger and Daura, it is open. Some are having a family in Niger, some are having a family in Daura. And when you go to Barbara, it's almost the same. So the issue between the whole, that is why I give you the history of amalgamation 1914 between northern Nigeria and western Nigeria. It is going to be a very difficult thing that is going to handle now while our population is over 200 million. So that is why I told you it's a big responsibility for all Nigerians to provide security for themselves. It's not easy because of the issue of economy, because civil servants are always increased, and the price or the salary, because of the inflation, the salary is going down because everybody cost of living has risen up. So if we calculated how things are going in Nigeria and where the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu made his own sacrifice when he removed the subsidy, he supported the local government autonomy with state, give them enough money how they are going to reduce the poverty of the common people in rural communities. But now the failure, most of the governors, most of the chairman of the local government did wrong for how to utilize the money and solve the issue of the common people of their own community. So we are trying always to tell the truth for ourselves. That is why you see, if Asiwaju is not doing good, why the governors are coming to the camp to APC, why the members of the House of Representatives, why the senators are decamping to APC. Even today in my state, Kano, the member representing Kano Municipal Metropolitan, where the Emirates are there, the heartbeat of Kano State, the member they come from NMPP to APC.
So it's all about the camping to the ruling party. Is that
ruling party, because it's a democracy. Democracy is for the people, by the people, for the people. So if he believes the dividend of democracy is in the ruling party, it is going to be better for him to come and get what his people will go and benefit it, because we believe the way that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu distributed or supported the autonomy of local government goes directly to local government chairman and governors. That is why the senators, House of Representatives are decamping to APC to get the dividend of democracy through their own people. And yesterday,
so they won't get it if they had remained in their party.
No, you know, politics is about interest, and Nigerian politics
is about interest.
Interest, yes,
and not about service to humanity.
I'm very sorry. If you came where you can get what to serve your humanity, it's going to be very easy for you to decamp to the ruling party. That's the truth of the matter.
Our time is fast spent, and but before then we go, I have one more question for you. We've seen, we saw the budget of 2025. Almost 5 trillion naira was allocated to security and defense, but then nothing has been done. Now, what exactly is the problem? What is the way forward? Where do we go from here so that Nigerians can sleep with their eyes closed? Because I can tell you, many Nigerians in this part of the country don't sleep with their eyes open. So what is actually the problem? Is it funding? What is the problem exactly?
if the Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu under his Renew Hope agenda will focus how to reduce the poverty and reduce the issue of hunger in Nigeria, now it became history, because before everybody are crying, suffering about the price of food.
People are still crying.
No, the price is down. Everywhere in the northern Nigeria, eastern Nigeria, southern Nigeria, the price of food is getting down. Even the bag of rice now is less than 50,000. Mrs. Macy, we have to tell ourselves the truth. Aswaju did his best to see how to end and reduce the hardship of Nigerians.
No objection, but we are saying.
So, secondly, you are talking me. You asked me about the insecurity, yes, because the hunger is a cause of insecurity. Because if you are feeling hungry, you can do anything to see that how you can reduce the hungry from your mind, your stomach. But what I was saying, that the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, look, if he is not serious about how is he going to dissolve all the cabinet of security service chiefs. He became stronger, he became more influence because he is a listener. We have to pray for the new service chiefs to handle the issue of this insecurity, to give them just enough time, the way that they are going to handle, because the past became history. Even if they fail, we are praying for them, let them correct for them sins that they have committed. But this one, we have a confidence that they are going to look at what happened last week in Kano. We had the information of banditry in Shanono local government. Immediately, President informed the service chiefs to go and sweep them out. And they have did it.
All right, thank you so much. Our time is up, and I wish we can continue this conversation, but I'm sorry we cannot. But I must say thank you for coming. And
Mrs. Mercy, I have enough time to explain how Aswaju Renew Hope agenda works directly to our night.
We'll definitely bring you back to talk about that. You can always, of course, you can always come. Kaftan is like a family to you, so you can always come around. And tonight we have seen how something as technical as border management touches every part of our national life. From the economy to foreign policy, from safety to sovereignty, the House of Representatives said it will investigate, and this time around we hope that these are not just stories for headline, and we hope that something is being done, because just 84 man borders out of 1,978 is quite poor, and I don't know if we are going to, if this is the reality, I wonder how we can really fight insecurity. So until we come your way some other time, I am Chinaza Asevu, and keep watching Captain Television. I'll see you on Friday again, same time and same station. Good evening.